Hello, and welcome to the Wastelands, where everyone's a little mad and crazy is going to the place of nightmares and feeling right at home. Today we are going to be continuing our completionist run of Alan Wake 2, where I will continue going with Alan through the dark place until I switch to Saga. Then I'm probably going to finish the Saga chapters first, or at least see how far I can push it before I have to switch back and forth. Anyway, without ado, let's continue the game. And we're playing on Nightmare for some extra added difficulty. Because you know what you say, Teets. The hardest mode only mode. Emphasis on hardest because I'm playing on Nightmare, not hard. But Teets, this is a step up from hard mode. Wait, oh. Everything's already marked. Interesting. Yeah, so there's 3 rooms here that have that. Okay.
Shit!
There was something hidden here, a phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Finally, that one annoying thing that was bugged out last time is gone. Ah, here it is. Okay, let's find everything. Okay, so the first thing I gotta do is walk across the park. Okay, that is a good one. Across the street there is a container. Nothing in it. There's a couple of things, like an echo here that I need to find. There's also an echo up ahead. Well, it should be around here, but it hasn't spawned yet, so later maybe. And I don't think I can reach that question mark yet. I think the break room is locked. I'm gonna go check. Yep. Break room is locked, so I can't open any of these yet. Let me go to the alleyway first, because there's a few things I need there.
I could use the light to open the subway entrance now.
Okay. Just making sure that none of them are real. Yes, Teets?
I had a light now. I needed to get back to the subway station entrance.
Did you use it for something? I thought you already had it. Well, I can't seem to be getting these boxes. Okay. Well, can't do anything with these yet, so can't get there. It's the station, so what's over there? I assume that's this one? Yes, yes it is. Oh, more shotgun shells. Okay, let's see. That's done. I need to go up there, so that's probably next. I can't reach that one yet.
I needed to find a way around that fence.
The next word of power is in that over there. But I can't reach that yet. There should be a container around here somewhere. Oh, over here. With nothing in it. Give me one moment. All right. Okay. That one's empty. Was there a door there? Why is there a locked when there's no door here? Guess I'll figure that out later. There's a ladder here leading more up.
Sins of this city. But some sins, the evidence of the crimes committed, could never be erased. Not by the rain, or any amount of therapy from Dr. Jack Daniels. It remained bruises under my skin, like tattoos. Bruises in my soul. Scar tissue on my heart. The rain never stopped falling. And I never stopped drinking.
Well, that's another one solved. There might be elsewhere. Because I can't open either of these yet. Another safe room. Container behind the corner. Ah, up there. Okay.
Hello?
Oh, hey, Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look. Still haven't found my mystery man, though.
You're making a map?
You're making a map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for. Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help. Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name. Warland Door.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him. The guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? No. I'll keep looking.
The irony, because it is Warland Door.
Oh, that's my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Don't judge me.
I'll trade you walls any day.
No facts on the lady in red with the red hair yet? The red-headed woman, yes. That is cleared out. It is. There is another...
See you around, Alan.
So there should be one over there, but I can't reach that yet. Also, why is that still marked?
The city was a monster, poised to tear into you the second you let your guard down. You thought you had it tamed, that you knew what the hell you were doing. Your last mistake. Unless you got lucky. And you didn't deserve to get lucky. You blinked at the wrong time, let your mind wander. And the fire escape that was meant to be your getaway route was gone. Was never there at all. You'd gotten turned around somewhere along the way. The city was coming to finish you off, and it was...
I need to finish listening to that? Oh. I need to let it finish.
You thought you had it tamed, that you knew what the hell you were doing. Your last mistake, unless you got lucky. And you didn't deserve to get lucky. You blinked at the wrong time, let your mind wander. And the fire escape that was meant to be your getaway route was gone. Was never there at all. You'd gotten turned around somewhere along the way. The city was coming to finish you off, and there was nowhere left to run.
Cold case, hard case. Okay, so I'm gonna need to head back to Sheriff Breaker just to check out why that question mark is still there. Or whether or not that just permanently stays. I guess that just kind of permanently stays. So there's one around here. Another container there, but I know how to get there. There's a power word. And there's a briefcase over here somewhere. Yes, over here. Give me that. I think that's better. Because I don't use the flare gun all that much. Okay, now that is open. There is another ladder I need to climb here. There's the container. Empty. So far I have found everything but those 2 echoes, which I don't know if I can get already. As for those might be locked behind something else. Point of interest stays. Can't remove that. There's just this container, so I'm assuming that one is in the street somewhere. Stay back. There we go. Oh, just a bottle. So, time to collect the light and head to the subway. And time for a Night Springs episode. But now that I don't need to worry about achievements or finding everything, I can just enjoy, sit back, and kick ass. And chew bubblegum. And I'm not a fan of bubblegum.
A fan. The dictionary definition of the word is an enthusiast, a fervent devotee, an abbreviation of fanatic. What comes across to an outsider as a dangerous obsession or even madness is something entirely different from the point of view of the fan herself. To be a fan is a joyous existence, one filled with the happiness that stems from knowing with utter clarity the purpose of your life. But what if that purpose could be more still? If you could be lifted out of the flock as your idol's chosen one, the only one who could decipher his secret messages. What lengths would you go to save the object of your obsession in Night Springs? Tonight's cult classic episode, #1 fan.
If I try chewing bubblegum, I get really tired of the taste.
Wishing and hoping and dreaming for something. And then, bam! Destiny shows up at your door like a mailman with a package you were pretty sure got lost because you ordered it like 6 months ago. But that's okay. And your destiny has eyes like sunsets and a beard like mahogany-colored velvet. You don't really mind how it arrives.
Then I must have not have a good one because all the ones I've had lose flavor really quick.
But my day didn't start off.
Same with me, Teets. Same with me.
It began like any other day did for this waitress / protector of the town of Night Springs. As always, Knight's Diner was the hottest spot in town, so there was plenty of work to do.
All right.
It's everyone's favorite waitress.
Look who it is!
Hi, everyone. Could I get another cup of that delicious special brew that only you know how to make? Of course. Who else wants a top up? Me.
Right here, please.
One for me, please, and thank you.
I haven't had a lot of caramel, I will say. I really like fruity flavors, like fruity candy.
To have a passion like you do for that writer of yours. You two are destined for each other.
Hot coffee.
I heard your fan site for that writer was named best fan site in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. It wasn't easy. Here you go.
A person of your genius and grace is wasted.
Yeah, like gummy bears, like those gummy bears, candy floss, Frutella, which are like these little square ones.
Oh, I don't mind.
I also have like... I have a tin of like sort of candy mints that have different flavors. I have one with sour lemon, one with strawberry, and one with orange. And it's from the brand Cavendish and Harvey. They're really good.
Here's your coffee.
How do you juggle running this diner, your bird sanctuary, and that amazing fan site for the writer you love so much?
I work extremely hard, but also I'm naturally talented.
Well, heck, no wonder us regular folks can't keep up. I'll never be as successful as you.
Comparing yourself to me won't help. You gotta find what you want to do and do it. I believe in you.
Wow. You just changed my entire way of looking at the world. Thank you.
No problem. That's everyone's coffee. Better put this pot back. I loved being the very successful owner and operator of the county's most popular diner. But that was nothing compared to my grease fire of passion for the writer and his sheer literary talent and flowing hair and lips like buttery pie crust. Pie! I need to clear the empty pie plates from the tables. Shucks.
My date last night was a total bust. You're the expert on romance. Any advice?
Yes. But first, tell me everything.
Long story short, she told me I dressed like a divorced gym teacher. But it's what's inside that matters, right?
You still have to put in some effort. If you don't have a jacket with elbow patches, buy one.
Elbow patches. Oh, got it. Thanks a million.
Don't mention it.
I saw in the news that you saved every single kitten from that bear attack. Amazing.
Thanks. Those yoga lessons really paid off. Those plates won't clear themselves.
The writer lives just outside town in that mansion of his. Why don't you go talk to him?
Oh, we have our own ways of talking.
My corgis exclusively eat food from this diner.
I got turned around. How unlike me.
Is Knight's Diner going to enter the statewide pie competition this year?
Of course. We're gonna make this our 20th win in a row. What can I get you?
Oh. I need a good book recommendation. After all, you're the town's literature buff.
Oh, you have got to read the newest book in the Writer's Crime Trilogy. I'll grab you a copy from the back. You better not crease any pages.
It's me, your favorite writer whose voice you would recognize in your sleep. I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan, you're the only one who can save me.
Oh my gosh! Don't worry, I'm on my way. My beloved writer was in terrible danger, and I had to rescue him. The stakes had never been higher. Luckily, I kept my accessories. Everything a girl needed to claim victory in the battle for love. My trusty 12 gauge, fully automatic. Extreme circumstances call for extreme shotguns. My bolt-action hunting rifle with a gorge. There was no time to waste. The shortcut through the boatyard was the fastest way to my writer's mansion in the woods outside town.
The boatyard is this way! You better hurry!
This was my moment. My chance.
Is she running in heels?
Make him realize
Oof.
how much he needed me. And if that's not love,
Running with heels on a hiking trail. That's gonna be interesting.
I was leaving my old life behind, like a body left to sink in a lake so no one finds it. Nothing would get between me and my future with the writer.
But is this the only way?
Now, who the heck is that?
I knew you'd come to his rescue.
Who are you? And why do you look like a slightly less handsome version of my writer?
Oh, don't you ever compare me to that worthless hack. Sure, I may be his wild and rebellious estranged twin brother, but we can't all be perfect.
I had no idea he had a brother. To think there were two of him all this time.
After today, there won't be. No more writer, no more books, no more living in his shadow.
But you're his brother. I'm sure you two can talk it out and realize you have so much in common, and after you change, you can move in together. And I'll come over with popcorn for movie nights.
He had his chance for popcorn and movie nights, but he wanted to keep everything for himself. Too bad. You know what they say? You can't join him? Beat him.
What did you do to him?
I locked Mr. Fancy Pants up somewhere you'll never find him.
You won't get away with this. I'll stop you.
Babe, I got an army of people that hate that hack almost as much as I do. They're ready to die if it stops him from writing another crappy book. What do you got?
I have a shotgun.
Well, I got a... Wait, that's a real shotgun? Okay, I admit that's I didn't expect that. But it doesn't matter. You can't stop all of us.
Only a monster blind to the poignance of my writer's books. There was only one way to deal with monsters. Hold on. I need to fill my gun up. Me and my pressurized liquid propane. son's hungry.
I'm getting good at combat.
The twins' motorcycle had left tracks in the mud. I recognized the tread pattern immediately, thanks to my famously keen perception. The tracks would lead me right to my rider and his kidnapper. I felt like the detective from my writer's books, solving the case with my wits. All I needed now was an unlimited supply of black coffee and crippling emotional trauma caused by the untimely death of my spouse. More haters. All being very rude. I'm fresh out of bullets. Whoops! Gotta put more bullets in. Why hadn't my
All right,
ever
thank
told
you.
me he had a semi-evil twin brother? He must be waiting until our third or fourth date, surrounded by candles, so he could reveal this vulnerable chapter from the dramatic story of his emotionally troubled past. Oh, that man has more layers than a croissant. The motorcycle tracks ended at a cabin. Was my rider inside?
Hello? Is anybody there? I'm just a frail rider and I require aid.
He's inside. I'm here. I've come to save you.
Oh, joy! We can finally get together and sit and read poetry readings and drink $18 cocktails and have high tea with the queen.
Wait a minute. My rider only drinks coffee. 2 sugars, no milk. I keep all the mugs.
Okay, no more tricks. I'll be waiting upstairs.
Where are you?
I was never upstairs. I lied when I said there were no more tricks.
You're starting to piss me off, mister. Where is my rider?
I'm just having a little fun. Let's chat down at the beach. It's just out back.
First, he kidnaps my rider. Then he calls him a tea drinker. He had crossed the line. I was
See,
going to
Teets?
go to that beach
Tea
and
drinker
give
is
this
now an
jerk the
insult.
Scolding of a lifetime.
You know, strictly speaking, I could just shoot him.
Hey, me and my bike were just enjoying the view.
Where is my rider?
What do you even see in that crybaby? He's boring, he dresses like a nerd.
He is a stylish intellectual who is in touch with his feelings.
You're starting to cramp my style, babe. And I'm not telling you where he is.
You are going to tell me where he is, or else.
Or else what, babe?
You asked for it. You're rude, you have no manners, your too cool to care attitude is attractive initially, but drives people away after they realize you're emotionally incapable of letting your walls down to reveal that you are a vulnerable human being just like everybody else. You are trying way too hard with that outfit.
No, stop! I don't like being seen! Listen, I never had your precious writer. I was just keeping you distracted while my army of haters storms his mansion. Now the love of your life is doomed.
And I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back after the ads. See you all in a moment. And we are back. So without further ado, let's continue.
He tricked me, even with my famously keen perception. I had to get to my writer's mansion as fast as my chunky kitten heels would take me.
You're gonna keep rubbing it in their face, huh? Aren't you?
Bullets o'clock. Very rude. Oh, hold on. I need to fill my gun up.
I knew you, my #1 fan, would never fall victim to my twisted brother's lies. His hatred for me is as inexplicable as the sunrise, and just as fiery. But I knew your heart would never waver. You're the only one who can save me. I believe in you.
My rider believed in me. We were kindred spirits. We fit together like a bicycle chain and that spiky wheel thing the chain fits into. We were connected by love and destiny. He was meant to be mine, always and forever. There was no time to lose. I was the only one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature from these evil haters. The fate of all art rested on my shoulders.
Oh, all these little stories are very corny. I don't know, but they made this entire game great.
Afraid to get my hands dirty.
not going to kill you. You're my darling Ryder's brother.
You really do love him, huh? I guess I never even had a chance. I was just jealous of his talent, his money, his velvety hair. But mostly, that he's got the love of somebody as amazing as you.
Oh, you silly werewolf. You could have all those things too. You just need to stop wanting to be him and start wanting to be you.
Your words have shown me that it wasn't my brother I hated. It was myself. Oh, what have I done? Those haters will tear him apart, and it's all my fault. Please, go save him.
Oh, I intend to. You're all being very rude. Someone order a reckoning? Hold on. I need to fill my gun up. And there he was. After all the fighting, we were finally alone. Together.
Look at all that blood, though.
Our love was written in the stars. And so we danced like two spinning planets that would eventually crash into each other in a dazzling display of flames and rocks and other planet stuff. He told me all the sweet things I'd been waiting a lifetime to hear. I saw myself reflected in his eyes. I would always be at his side, to inspire and protect him. He needed me, now and forever. After all, I am his #1 fan.
A fan and the object of her joy come together against a world trying to keep them apart. A happy ending for some. But is happiness, like beauty, all in the eye of the beholder? Where is the line between fandom and fixation? One can never tell in Night Springs.
Space invaders, going within a human suit. This is one of my favorite songs in this game.
gates to the platform were closed. I had a ticket. Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more. Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
Come here before me. An FBI agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder cult. He'd gone missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
I had a flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing. I had a location. I had a story thread. I would put them together, write them into my story to create a path deeper into the dark place. Things clicked into place.
Oh, it's going all right. I just finished the Sarah Connor DLC.
The dark place reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked. The Fed had glimpsed into the maw of darkness. It swallowed him whole.
How are you doing, Shady? How was your work day? Alright, take your time. I hope you have something enjoyable.
The tracks led into the tunnel. That was my way forward. The blood trail continued deeper into darkness.
Alan Wake. Write these words down your throat. Alan Wake. You will drown me. Wake. Oh, no. Wake. I ride and I ride and I ride and I drown and I drown.
I don't like the sound of that.
I'm making some good time though when it comes to making progress. I do wish I could find a map of this place. Oh. Speaking of... I assume that's the way to the Echo. It's a locked door, so there's... Okay.
It was locked from the other side.
Oh. For the moment, I've got most here that I need.
The tunnels were a maze. The blood trail led me on. Another place to use in the story. I needed to search the tunnels for further visions. Inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper. I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day shift handle it. What happened, anyway?
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap. A satanic blood sacrifice.
Anyone who gets involved with the cult, they're next. I heard their leader is this famous writer, Alan Wake. Their unholy motherfucking messiah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
Another echo lingered here. A source of inspiration.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I need to...
What do you know? Word is, your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the cult of the Word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. That Wake was even involved somehow, under a false identity. Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, A nickname for the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story.
Welcome back. What are you having?
I just want to go awake. I drown. Alan Wake. Wake.
Ooh. Well, I hope you enjoy your noodles. Your oodles and oodles of noodles.
I had a new idea, a new story thread. I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible. The water was gone. The way forward was open.
Hey, Alan. Tim Breaker, in case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
How's your search for Mr. Door going?
It's not great. This dream we're in, putting a lot of roadblocks in my way.
So you think this is a dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been incredibly vivid. They feel real until the second I wake up. In the dreams, I'm often someone else. A different person with a different name, living a different life in a different world.
Yeah, so...
Alternate realities, maybe. But certain things don't change.
As far as I understand, he,
Like Door.
in another reality, is the main character from Quantum Break.
The sketch you have does look like the Door I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the Door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
Excuse me. More shotgun ammo. Won't say no to that. And then upstairs should be another word of power somewhere. But first the safe room.
The memory is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness, the scene of a ritualistic murder site in the subway tunnels. Is it a previous draft of my writing? Must be. I've been trying to shape the dark place around me, but so much fades away. Even my memory of the process, washed away by dark waves. But some things remain. The darkest, nastiest elements, like the murder site. It's my goal, a stepping stone to travel deeper to escape. Write a narrative that takes me there. Casey will lead me to it.
All right.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
You're stuck in them. I can't honestly.
I should use the blackboard to keep building the story.
There is no escape. Alan Wake. I've written so
No, because that's from over there that I go there to get it. So over here is point of interest. Alright.
I had to keep working on the story. The new scene I had found was important for the story. Hello? Anyone there? Dead. The scene, the cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Wake.
Locked
It
figure.
could not be opened on the side.
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found. A sick and twisted story. But it worked. The scene changed with the story. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
It's okay, Alan. Catch your breath, but keep moving.
Fuck me.
There we go.
I should look at the plot board. Keep the story moving.
Wake.
Bunch of lockers to open with nothing in them.
I had to figure this out on the plot board. My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me. I was sure the plot board had the pieces I needed.
I'll get to the plot board. I'll get to the plot board. Don't rush. Okay, then there's another one here, plus a container. Just a container there, and a couple of containers there, and one there.
Maybe I had missed something on the plot board.
I know. Don't rush me. Not you two, Teets.
The echoing hall had a story to tell. I had a new location for the story.
Let's sigh. Hi, voices. How are you? How's your Wednesday? I mean, I figured. Hope you've been enjoying it. Yeah, I know that feeling.
The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site.
This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet in
Alan Wake.
Ooh, more shotgun ammo. I will need to stock up on some more of that ammo.
I could figure this out on the plot board.
Let's see. No, most of the stuff I already got here. There is a container at the end I need to grab though. At least I thought there was one. Oh, but it's probably gonna be down there. Ah, well. Word of action. Yep. Thank you for letting me know.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
I should work this out on a plot board.
Okay, I've picked up everything here, so on to the next one. But first, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back after the ads. See you all in a moment. And we are back. So without further ado, let us continue. I got that one. Save. I've cleared out most of the things in here. You know, it's a good thing Alan got a lot of practice between Alan Wake 1 and 2, because with his sad running in Alan Wake 1, he wouldn't have been able to outrun that.
It was gone. The tunnel was open now. I could get through. The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me. Was the key.
And it's Nightingale again.
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake? Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Time for more music.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap. This winding road.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Before I go out, there's something I need to check. Because I have cleared everything. I have cleared everything on this map that I could clear. Except this.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
I might need to check that later. I can't actually change this one.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Well, I'm making good time, all things considered.
Alan. Alice. What was that? Like a ray of warm light, I felt her presence. It gave me strength to go on.
That's different. Didn't get that previously.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's memory card.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each inner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Another song? Yep. Some more music.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this long winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap. This winding road.
And now we're gonna continue with Saga.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
So, where's the clicker? I was already looking into the cult. 2 birds, 1 stone. Can't say I understand all of this, but if Wake is telling the truth, then his magic light switch is the most tangible lead. Let's start there.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Good question. Wake wrote a book in the dark place called Return. Scratch edited it into a horror story. The story's events are slowly becoming true. How does the story change reality? Rules the dark place. So whatever you write in the dark place becomes reality? It can't be that simple. That means the effect isn't immediate. There's still time to fix this. How to stop the story. Wake, we must get the clicker before Scratch. With it, the story can be changed and Scratch will be sent back to the dark place. A magic light switch. Where do I even start with that? If we don't stop it, Scratch will use this story to permanently change reality at the start of Deerfest. The dark place. There is an entity inside the dark place called the Dark Presence. In the form of Scratch, the Dark Presence is editing Wake's story, wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare. According to Wake, the Dark Presence is something that can take his appearance. How? Why? Well, okay, well, I obviously can't let that happen. Scratch and the Dark Presence are interchangeable. When the Dark Presence looks like Wake, it goes by the name Scratch. An evil twin is a bit convenient. I'll keep an eye on it. Flashlight seems to weaken the Taken. Is that the dark place? No. I can... Light and dark presence. Flashlight seems to weaken the Taken. It would make sense that light is effective against the dark presence too. Inside the bright light, Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her there. Well-lit areas are safe from the dark presence and the Taken. Wake was trapped in the dark place for 13 years. Wake was in another world that entire time? Wake says that the dark place can be accessed from the bottom of Cauldron Lake. So what, Cauldron Lake is the gateway to some other world? The reality-changing influence of the dark place flowed like water flowed, where a work of art proposed an alternative narrative.
The dark place makes writing come true, taking something real and nudging it. They're treating people's lives like toys. Can Wake be trusted with that kind of power?
Can anyone?
Can anyone?
To be fair, I don't think Wake is doing this on purpose. Art plus the dark place changes reality. If not stopped, the story will override reality. The stronger the connection between the belief and the emotional response, the better. The darker, the better.
Okay.
So it's not just writing. Other art forms work too. Sounds like darker, more emotional works are more effective at altering reality. Some other strange reality, the dark place merged with ours. This place and the dark place, the page cultist area, the overlap.
The dark place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
Another world reached via Cauldron Lake, home to the dark presence bleeding into our world through the overlaps. The overlap? A page describing the overlap being related to the dark place where Wake was. How to enter. I entered Cauldron Lake overlap by reciting a poem. The poem was about a local legend, a witch's lost heart, about terror. An overlap needed a push from both directions to manifest itself. Reality eroded by repeated dark lore and a counterpoint, crafted in depths of the dark place connecting the story to the other side. From the overlap to form, it can't just be an urban legend. It must be supported by an accompanying narrative in the dark place. Bedtime stories, folk tales, urban legends connected to a specific place. These were the sites where the overlaps came to be. So overlaps can form in any specific places. The cult could be followers of Scratch. They have the clicker after all.
Oh.
Cult working for, with someone? Why work for Scratch? What does the cult get out of it?
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon. Standing inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her. Her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air. But she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about.
Wake's clicker in cold possession. Somewhere in Watery. Trailer significant somehow.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
And saving.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
If Wake is the origin of the pages, then no cult connection unless the cult is working with Scratch.
To Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin! Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express! Oh! Soak in some local history at the Watery well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously, it's not amusing. Take in amazing views from the slow roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Watery Lighthouse trailer park. This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll have a great time.
This is the third time I've requested something be done about the TV in my... It's keeping me awake all night.
Yes, sir, I'm terribly sorry for that. Time have you tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh! Why don't I just get rid of everything I'm paying for in that room while I'm at it? Yeah, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with... And we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded. But I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain.
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans?
No.
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled in vain. Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
It won't open.
So I need to find all the deer heads again.
Hi, welcome.
Past favorite Deer Fest floats. Go.
Stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you. Those beady dead marble eyes still give me nightmares.
Guess that is just gonna stay up.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Jules, you didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Why would I pack your gear? I've got my own to worry about.
Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the energy signatures emitted by paranormal manifestations?
Another one of those cult boxes.
Some breaking news that's sure to knock your socks off. Davis Family Beef Jerky will now be available at the Sunday market in 3 delicious flavors. That's right, our favorite sponsor, Davis Family Beef.
Fear the dark, fear the woods. Okay.
Oh dear. You know, when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps. So, did you try that beef jerky?
No, lunch. Four crackers, but I only take one unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They're at... Which is at 7. I didn't take...
Okay, so that is locked. That is blocked off, so I can't reach that. There's an investigation there, though. There's a case there. There's one locked there.
It's a shit flavor.
Gonna take another ad break in 3 minutes, and I'll be back once the ads are over. Right now, I'm just out exploring the town. I'll first go to the Oh Dear Diner. I'm pretty sure I patted the deer head there, but I'm still gonna double check. Yep. Now let's see what I need to investigate. Oh, Major Setter.
Hey, how are you doing?
Setter is better.
Wait, allemaal bier.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house.
Oh, right, I did see that. Now there's also a...
Oh no! What will become of my birds now? Where will they go? Who will feed them? Fly away, find a happier place. Go while you're still...
And another lunchbox.
You wouldn't believe how hard it was to track down these lunchboxes. Thank goodness for the internet.
Saga gripped the pump-action shotgun, aiming down the barrel. It fit in her hands perfectly. It felt steady. She had it under control. She swung around, ready.
That's locked with a screwdriver. There's a point of interest. That is just locked. What is that point of interest in the Oh Dear Diner? But first, ad break. See you all in a moment. And we are back. So, without further ado, let's continue and keep going. Can't get that. That is locked. I want to check out what that point of interest is.
Hello. How are you?
Take it easy.
Oh, was the jukebox. Okay. There's another major setter message across the way, but since I'm passing by the police station, I want to check that out real quick and see if there's anything else there before things change even more.
Hey there.
How many times do I have to tell you? She's gone missing.
Are you sure she's not just avoiding your calls?
Why would she do that? I'm a lovely person.
Are you sure about that? Anyway, where am I?
Make sure to write down that he's never done this.
It doesn't budge.
Eye in the sky. Staring at me.
That's another thing, like, it says there's boxes here, but they're not here yet. So I guess I'll have to wait. Oh, I already have this one. Okay. So for the moment, all I can do is go to Watery.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page
Give me
placed
one
me in a trailer,
moment.
somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
All right. Oh.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone.
Mayor
For
Setter will
Watery.
stand up for justice.
Viina pullosta korkki hukataan. Tupen rapinan vain kuulee korvissaan.
Okay then. Catchy tune.
Hi, Artie. Ah, here's one.
You were a handsome dear. Excuse me. Do you know where? Artie's in the middle of the show. I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
Kaivon pohjalle ruumis.
I didn't actually realize that was Rose sitting here in the first time I played this. Okay, let's have a look.
Setter is better. I love it when these rhyme.
Hänestä kerrotaan. Häntä pakoon et pääse sä milloinkaan.
Oh, it's in the stage. I can't reach that yet. Okay. That's the car. That's blocked off. There's a page I can't reach there. Guess I'll go.
Hello. Do you have a second?
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about something else. Can you point me to any trailers around here?
Sure. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Ilmo Koskela owns it. Owns many things in town.
And where is Ilmo?
I saw Ilmo and his brother at the bridge. Well, what used to be the bridge.
Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks.
Okay. That was awkward. There is a trailer park nearby called the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
Blum mentioned Ilmo Cascella owns the trailer park. Ilmo can tell me more. I love how I have that just because I own the crossbow. And that is locked behind something. Okay.
I need to find Ilmo Cascella.
So, let's see. There's an investigation there. That is blocked off. That is blocked off. Can't reach that. There's a whole bunch behind there.
Watery's definitely quaint. I bet they have good fish here.
Which I can't open because I don't have a screwdriver yet. Maiden doll, trickster doll, nursery rhyme. There's a container there that I probably... Oh wait, no, that I can't open. I will probably get the thing here, the screwdriver, if I remember correctly. But I still have a couple of things to look into before, you know, I head off. And my last achievement is here.
There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Now there was also some stuff to find here.
A trailer park. Ilmo Cascella. He's that tour guide we met at Cauldron Lake. I need to find him. Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice. Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
There's also oh that's that bait that I can't reach. But there is 2 boxes inside of the sauna.
They say if a sauna doesn't fix what ails ya, you're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
Okay, so I've got most of the things I can get here.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you. Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh? It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories?
So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So... your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Yako here really comes alive in front of the camera.
Does he?
Really? Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
I'm missing something. I should try profiling.
Before that, let's take a look at...
Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
Ilma owned a trailer park where I supposedly lived. Calls me his funniest residents. Which parts are false? Which, if any, are real? Finally, someone appreciates my jokes, but seriously, what kind of life did I live here? Logan's part in the story? Logan is not dead, but what else did the story change about her life? Knowing might help me fight this thing.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Jaakko. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer.
Ilmo is certain that I used to live here, that I owned a trailer here, that I am a member of the community. They really think I lived here. This is unnerving, but at least I can exploit it to get inside this trailer.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Jaakko and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
The spare keys in the trailer in the coffee shop. Coffee World gift shop.
The Koskelas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected?
He thinks I own the trailer here. Weird. Key to my trailer at Coffee World.
Must be busy at
The
the
spare
park.
key is at Coffee World.
These are all
First the
peak
witches at the
hours,
diner.
Jaakko. They're
Now the
just slacking.
Koskelas. They all think Logan and I used to live here. Wake said the horror story would make people crazy. Like they're being brainwashed to believe the story. Is it spreading? There's Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
Chest. Ooh. Deer. Moose. And another doll and crossbow bolts, so a couple of things to get.
What was that?
Fuck!
More people turning into Taken. Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
There's also a manuscript page here. There's a lot here. But first, let me go down this path. Funny enough, I don't see a lunchbox yet.
Another rhyme.
Moose doll. I love the antlers and its little face. Nicely made. Kind of hard to tell it's a deer. I suppose clothespin are a limiting medium. The gentle beast with a beautiful crown runs through the woods with a worried frown. From the hunter he flees between the mighty trees to make it out alive.
Yes.
What the hell? A charm.
And now, let's see. There's a cult cache there. There's a page there.
What had kept Watery afloat all these years? A century, if not more. The locals knew the answer. Grit. Or as they put it in the language of their Finnish forefathers, sisu. These days, sisu was needed more than ever. The town was fading. It never quite recovered from the lumber mill shutting its doors. Now the fishing was drying up as well. Most people had left to find jobs in other towns. Only the most tenacious stubbornly remained. Dug in. Parasites in the body of a terminal patient. Sisu. Some people tried to resuscitate the town. The Koskela brothers double-handedly warded off the impending darkness with their ventures. Coffee World brought tourists, money, and jobs. Coffee-themed fun for all ages. The Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club built parade floats. The bikers repaired vehicles and volunteered locally. But it wouldn't be enough. Watery needed a miracle. The end of the road was in sight. It was coming fast.
Another cult stash?
This rhyme was about a moose evading hunters. The note inside talks about the dead taken. Lunchboxes, knitting, interesting. Found another dead taken over by the radio tower. Looked like it was bashed to death. There's a lunchbox and some weird knitting by the corpse too. I took care of the body, but that's the third one this month. Everybody keep your eyes peeled. We need to find this guy and let him know the cult of the tree means business. Okay, so that is locked with a screwdriver, but there is a container there, and that's probably also a save point. Maybe. That is locked. Good thing I have pretty decent reflexes. Saving. I'll keep the painkillers, I guess. Another charm. Another flare. Oh, now that page shows up. Oh, that page showed up because I turned on the light. Never mind.
Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much. They felt oppressive here. Too many places to hide. The distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Koskalas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing a line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew her weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local, a man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!
Another cult box.
Okay, that's everything. There's another container there, though. Well, let's go check up the radio tower. Nursery rhyme, 2 containers and a lunchbox.
It's artisan cuckoo clock designer Terry Feldman. Terry, how are we today? Hey there, Pat. Doing just fine. I'm a super big fan of the show. What a treat.
More of those rhymes.
Three little deers ventured to roam and found a nice place to eat and play. One little deer never came home, and 2 deers cried all day.
Sure. Oh, shit.
Oh boy. That's a strange joke you're playing there, Terry.
Fucking monsters.
I can use this charm on my bracelet.
There's another lunchbox.
I lowered my rifle, standing on the car's roof. I looked out at the carnage. The zombies had almost won, but luckily I was here. Heroes are sometimes the people we least expect them to be. Now my town was finally safe, thanks to me. I slung the hot piece of iron over my shoulder one more time, hopefully for the last time. The townspeople, cautiously emerging from their hiding places, surveyed the same carnage I saw and cheered my name, and I waved and they cheered again. Now I could finally get back to my quiet, unassuming life, reading books and gardening and fiber crafts and being the world's top mycology expert. Suddenly a hand seized my wrist. I looked into the eyes of the sweet, sensitive writer I had known since childhood. A smile spread across his beautiful, kind face, and I felt at peace for the first time since the zombies had first emerged. You did it. I knew you could. Now we can live in peace together for the rest of our days. The rhythm was about a deer being eaten by wolves. More fanfiction with zombies and mycology. Not gonna lie, I'd read more of these. Also, I believe that is a The Last of Us reference. But I think I am done in this section. Yes, I am. couple of things over there, it seems. Also, I can't go to the ranger's hut, so...
Another one of those lunch boxes.
Hi Hero, I think a few pieces of paper from my private fanfiction project got missing into some of these stashes, but I don't know which ones. I posted some online and they're getting pretty good reviews, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't read them. It's a privacy thing. If the author of these pages wanted privacy, that ship has sailed, I'm afraid. At the next save point, I will probably save it, simply because I'm gonna have a lot to do next time with the things that I need to do in the park, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get everything done. Plus, I feel like having some tea. So I want to spend a little more time prepping that. Oh, there's also a page there I need to get, and a container, so it's a good point to save it there. Don't save yet. First of all, page.
Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken. They were coming with him, directed by him, his army of darkness. His singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with his purpose. The clicker. He wanted it, to make his horrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes, filled with bloodlust. Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hands as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final deer fest commence.
Scratch just needed a clicker to make his ending into reality. Can't let that happen. There was a container here, right? Yep, that's probably that one. And more ammo. And this is where I'm gonna save it. It's a little earlier than usual, but I think I made some pretty good progress. I'm clearing out nursery rhymes as I come across them, so a lot of it is going to be is going to start going a lot faster. But yeah, I am really curious to see what the little differences are and how that's going to play out in the ending. For now, let me first of. There's also Friday is usually my multiplayer game. So Sunday will be the next time I will be playing Alan Wake 2. And then I'm gonna get that last achievement also. So that's gonna be for Sunday. As for what I'm gonna do on Friday, it'll depend on people's availability. Could be Wildermid, could be Remnants from the Ashes, or could be Man of Medan, depending. But we'll see once we get there. For now, let me first see if there's any additional content to share. We'll see. We'll see. No additional content, so I'm going to raid out. Let's see who I can raid. Let's see who's streaming. Let's raid Grayson today. And so with that, I wish you all a pleasant evening. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. It's a dangerous world out there.